In the history of Rise of Kingdoms, only a handful of commanders come into the game that are so broken, they're going to last in the meta for years. And this guy is one of them. This is Liu Che, okay? He came into the game about 2.5 years ago, and he is still meta today. We're going to talk about him. We're going to talk about infantry now that Sun Tzu's in the game. And we're going to talk about what's going to happen in the future, because what I might disclose to you will be surprising when it comes to the longevity of Liu Che and how you want to use him and how he might actually outlast some of the newer commanders that have come out for infantry. So stick around while we talk all about our boy Liu Che right here. Hey everybody, I'm your boy War Daddy Chadsky. I do videos for Rise of Kingdoms as a sponsored creator all the time. All the time. Love doing these videos. Love doing the guides, nuances, all the things that go on with the game. And if you enjoy these videos, throw a like on here. And if you are not subscribed, consider doing so. Hit that subscribe button. You can also hit that bell and get alerts anytime I put out content like this. Hey, got my microphone fixed, so we're cooking now. This is Liu Che, okay? Probably one of my most favorite commanders in the game. Ever since he came into the game, he was far and away guys, as good as Chen is, Liu Che was every bit as good. Carried any commander you put with him. You could put CPO with him. You could put anybody with him. You could put him behind Guan. You could put him with Alex. He revived Alex. And he's got such a unique kit, all right, that is really, really good. He pours out the damage, but he does so much other things that are going to transcend the game. And let me go through here and let me show you guys, okay? First of all, his 5-target AoE is really, really good. It's not like the best in the game because, like, we have BQ, right? BQ is in the game, and BQ actually has a bigger 5-target AoE, does 2,400 damage factor, and he's also got his little, each target has a 30% chance to take an extra 15% extra damage. So he's got little things with that, but not quite as big as BQ, but he does have a march speed reduction. We all like that. We don't see it very often, but we know it works and we like it, okay? His second skill, he's got a defense bonus. He's got march speed, and he's got skill damage reduction, okay? And so even though the skill damage reduction isn't as potent as it was 2.5 years ago or 2 years ago when he first came into the game, because all the commanders were skill damage commanders. Now it's more of an anti-archer situation or an anti-Chin situation. It's basically a nerf when you're getting hit by Chin, but it's still really, really good because Chin obviously is one of the most powerful commanders in the game, if not the most powerful commander, okay? So good stat stick there, and you'd love the march speed, right? You get into his third skill, and when you attack another troop on the map, you're going to gain 20% attack. And then whenever the troop launches a basic attack, you have a 25% chance to deal extra smite. This is wonderful. This is great. You love doing extra smite. You compare him with Sun Tzu that loves it when you do any kind of smite. Sun Tzu's going to fire off his true damage, his fixed true damage AoE that's going to make his rage go crazy. So a lot of synergies there. And you just love doing a little bit of extra damage. Only a cooldown of 5 seconds, okay? So it's not huge damage, but it does have the smite components, right? And it's a 25% chance, not a 10% chance, a 25% chance. So it happens all the time, okay? And you come into his fourth skill, he does more normal damage, all right? I love normal damage. I absolutely love it, okay? Normal damage is great in the game. The new commanders that we're getting are enhancing bonuses to smite damage for infantry, like Sun Tzu and like BQ. But this is back before smite damage. We even had pincer, right? So normal damage was the thing. And then whenever you deal smite damage, all targets deal 10% less damage for the next 3 seconds. Okay? That is a massive debuff. 5-second debuff. Okay? So when you do your active skill, this is like attached to it. Anytime you do smite damage, all the targets you hit do 10% less damage for the next 3 seconds. So he does debuffing as well. Like, he's a total package. Massive damage, instant procs, debuffing, good stat sticks. Like, it's good. Like, his stat sticks are 40%, 20% defense, 20% march speed. Another 20, it's like 60% stats. It's amazing. This is what makes him great, okay? This is what people still, even to this day, don't even understand. Excuse me. He is like a combo commander, and it's in a different sense, right? It's not red number combos, okay? But this is a extra basic attack, and he does it 25% of the time. So out of 4 seconds, you're going to do an extra basic attack that just blends in the white numbers with what you're currently doing. But you get the rage of it. You not only get the rage of it, this is why Liu Che has worked so well with Alex for years now. Because Alex has one of the best instant procs in the game. 1700 damage factor instant proc. It's a 10% chance to happen. Well, when you add Liu Che's expertise, that procs more often. That's why any instant proc commander behind Liu Che is incredible. Absolutely incredible, okay? And so from that standpoint, this is what makes him really, really good. And this is what will transcend into the future. Because the most common question I get right now when it comes to Liu Che is that people know that they want Sun Tzu, right? He's the new hotness. He does all these crazy things, and he is the new meta for infantry, right? But they'll ask me like, hey, Chatsky, who do I do? I don't have Liu Che or BQ. Which one do I do? And the conventional wisdom would tell you, well, BQ, he's a newer commander, and he appears to do more damage. However, Billick started talking about this, and I have always been a huge proponent of Liu Che. I think he's going to outlast BQ. Okay, now let's think about this. Hold on. Everybody just catch your breath after I said that. We have, in a 2 smite situation, we have situations right now where we're all running William Wallace behind Sun Tzu so we can keep BQ and Liu Che together, right? When we get another smite commander, the conventional wisdom tells you that we're going to bench William Wallace and put the next new smite commander when it comes to infantry either behind Sun Tzu, or if it's an instant proc commander, you put him with Liu Che and then put BQ behind Sun Tzu. But the bottom line is BQ and Liu Che aren't going anywhere in a 2-march setup for a long time. But now let's think about this, because here is what I'm willing to bet, and here is what my prediction will be, okay? In the end, when we're ready to phase out, let's say we've got a new smite commander and he's busted. And so you've got Sun Tzu and new guy, and you're running 2 smite marches. Then the following release of infantry, we're going to have to either bench BQ or Liu Che. And I'm just telling you guys, both of them will be fine, but I would rather have Liu Che. And I don't even care if they power creep so much more smite damage factors on new commanders. I don't even care if they do that. It doesn't matter. He still does enough with 5 target AoE, and his kit is just so freaking good, and his expertise is so transcending that I would rather have Liu Che over BQ in the long run. Now, we're talking a couple years from now, right? Because BQ is going to be a part of the meta at least for another 18 months until we get like another, like 2 more smite commanders, and you got to figure out which one to bench. But I'm just telling you that Liu Che, more valuable than BQ. He fits with more people. He's better to run. Like if right now, if you don't have William Wallace and and let's say you don't have Alex and you're trying to figure out how to run Philip with a 2 smite combo setup, you don't run Liu Che with Sun Tzu. You run BQ with Sun Tzu because Liu Che works better with Philip. And people are just like, well, why does he work so good with Philip? Well, we've talked about this many, many times. Philip has an outstanding, where's this thing? He has an outstanding instant proc, okay? He does 3 target instant proc of 800 damage factor. And it's got a rage mitigation, all right? And that's a 10% chance to fire off. Well, it's the same concept as Alex, that you run him with Liu Che and you have more chances because of the expertise to fire that off. And so Liu Che, guys, I'm just telling you, instant proc, instant damage. I got a video on that. I'll put a card up in the top. Instant damage is the jam. It is where it's at. You want to do as much damage as quick as possible in Rise of Kingdoms in the field. That's what you want to do. And Liu Che is in a situation to where any commanders that come out that have any sort of instant proc damage, he is a natural fit with them easily. He's like a combo commander. He's like having Arthur. We love Arthur because he's going to fire off instant procs all over the place. Well, here's the OG when it comes to firing off instant procs. This was before combo was even a thing. We had this expertise from Liu Che, and it worked so well. And so he is like the OG when it comes to instant procs. Whoever you put him with, they will instant proc their stuff so much faster. And that's why he will transcend. That's why, in my opinion, Liu Che will outlast BQ. Okay? So if you're in the early game, I was just talking to Sasuke. He's got his second account. He's like, Chadsky, I've got Liu Che 5551, and I'm going to max Sun Tzu. Do I go ahead and finish Liu Che, or do I run him with BQ? And I was like, finish Liu Che, bro. And I literally told him, like, Liu Che's going to outlast BQ. If you're trying to figure out which one of these you want to max right now, just know that Liu Che is just better. He's just better. He will outlast BQ. And he's got more things in his kit, especially with his expertise, that will transcend the game. It will transcend new releases of Infantry Smite. And so even to this day, they're both must-max commanders, right? If you're trying to get the best, the must-max, we've got 6 must-max commanders. We've got Arthur, we got Sun Tzu, we've got Chen, we've got Achilles, we've got Liu Che, and we've got BQ. Those are the 6. I advise everybody, if you're trying to get the best of the best, those are 6 can't-miss commanders. They're going to be relevant for a long time. But if you had to ask me, if you told me you got to put your mortgage down as a bet, what would you say? And I said, Liu Che will last longer than BQ. He will be in the meta longer. And so I know that sounds crazy because he's literally a year and a half older than BQ, but that's just the way it is. Like, it is so good with what Liu Che still does, even to today, and that is what we want to discuss. So I want you guys to get down in my comments. I'll get engaged with you on the conversation down there. Get into my Discord. The Discord link is in the description. Okay, but this is just a fair warning to people because there's a lot of new people coming into SOC, and I'm playing my restart account, and so there's so many new people that are new to the game, so many people in my Discord that are new to the game, and I get asked this all the time. Who am I swapping for? Like, what do I need to run for infantry? What's going to be the best for the longest period of time? And I caught myself telling people I would rather have Liu Che than BQ if I had to pick between the two, because Liu Che is going to last longer. He just is. And so you might disagree with that. You might tell me, Chatsky, you're out of your mind. BQ's so much stronger than Liu Che. I get it. It can be anybody's opinion. I understand. But I've run this dude as much as anybody. You want to talk about kills? I got 278 million kills with this guy. Okay? And so from there, I'm just telling you, my opinion, he's going to transcend and last longer than BQ. Hell, he might even last longer than the next commanders they bring out. That's how crazy good he still is, even to this day. If you invest in Liu Che, it's not going to be a problem. Okay? You have nothing to apologize for because of how good he still is today and how good he's going to continue to be because of how his kit's set up. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, love you guys. Throw a like on here. Help us out. It really helps out the channel, helps out these videos. Get down in the comments. Give me your feedback. Get into my Discord. Start the conversation with us. And with all that being said, y'all have a great day, broskies.